Also, this cat's legs look broken, but okay. Can I, go? I pressed enter, nothing happened. Alright, let's do some recon. Since we can, because why not? Recon 16. Oh, nice. They're interconnecting, interlocking. That's not the right word. They're connecting. I could have just said that. Whatever. I'm worried about the skin cream Snooty found. I'd feel a lot better if I took some time to analyze it. All right, let's start. If Snooty Booty found this skin cream out by the incinerator, that raises a lot of questions. It's the Potato Woman! She's the only girl on this island. It's gotta be her. Who else is using skin cream? I mean, unless the professor just doesn't like his wrinkles. He's the only old person I know. So it's either him or it's the Potato Lady. Because as far as I know, there's no other women here. And I haven't met any men with radiant skin. That raises... if anybody found this skin cream out by the incinerator, that raises a lot of questions. Why are there cosmetics here in the first place? I decided to run some tests on it. Snooty Booty just developed some nasty welts after using this cream. Wait, she did? Did I miss something? Because she said she was fine. Whatever. I want to see what it's made from. I have a feeling this is not something the professor would want me to be poking around in. So I've come to the lab late at night to make sure I don't get any unwanted attention. I'm quickly able to identify a number of common natural skincare ingredients, like shea butter and chamomile, but there are some other components that I can't immediately identify. Like uranium. What else could be in this stuff? I run the sample through the database of organic compounds to see if there are any matches. There are. Cat urine? I'd better not share that little discovery with Snooty Booty. Oh god. I decide to check for any clues out by the incinerators. Maybe I can find out a little more about where these things are coming from. Hi, mouse is on the screen. Sorry about that. At the back of the tent area are a couple of large pits that are for the disposal of harmful waste from the lab. There's nothing incinerating right now, so I can dig around a little in the smoldering ashes. I'm tentatively, you know what? You know the word, I know the word. I just can't pronounce words. Moving the debris around about with a stick. So far it seems just to be soot and cinders. No clues. Suddenly the silence is disrupted by the sound of someone entering the lab. I make myself scarce by crawling around the far side of a nearby bush. As luck would have it, I happen to have ended up at an ideal vantage point to be able to see into the lab through a gap in the canvas. It's Professor Popper and that guy's dad. I forgot their name. Joe! It's Joe and Joe's dad! 2 men enter with a large crate. That's 3 men, but okay. I recognize them as the ferryman and his son. Professor Popper is with them. He directs them to place the crate on the worktop. What's a worktop? You know what? I'm done looking up things. The purple text will tell you what a worktop is. The professor reaches in and brings out a small tub that looks identical to the one Snooty Booty found. My guess is that this is the next batch in for testing. Interesting. Why would they be needing to test makeup? The professor stops what he's doing abruptly and looks at his catalog. I presume he's receiving a phone call. He dismisses the 2 men with a wave of his hand. As soon as they've gone, he turns his attention to the catalog. He looks anxious as he speaks. Yes, they've just been delivered. I shall make a start first thing tomorrow morning. Yes, madame. I certainly will, madame. With all due respect, I do understand the urgency, but I'm sure you understand the need for thoroughness. I can assure you it will be ready for the deadline. Testing on sample 104 is going far more smoothly than 103. Oh, I have 103. The improvements are very encouraging. Are they trying to... Ooh, I just got an idea. What if the water there, with the steroid water, yeah, what if that, is like the fountain of youth or whatever, and they're trying to put the water in the skin cream to make people look young. Right? I don't know. There's a long silence. From the expression on his face, I imagine he's being lectured. It's very important to cross-check it with the data here. That's not my voice. It's very important to cross-check it with the data here. The island itself has a significant effect on the samples. We still have some tests left to do. We are making progress, of course. I shall let you know straight away. The call ends abruptly. Presumably, Madam cut him off. He looks angrier than I've ever seen him. I didn't know he could do angry. He marches out of the lab and heads off in the direction of his tent. I sneak away from the bushes and head back to my own tent. I can continue with my investigations another time. Alright, time to rest. You had a lovely nap and stuff. Yep, your energy's been restored. Magic! What should I do? It's time for the last romance before we do some research. Oh, the delicacy of a moment is sometimes only matched by the beauty of that moonlight's reflection on the sea. I would love to go out onto the beach in the moonlight. Sadly, I'll probably never do that ever. Simply because I'm stuck in this house for the rest of my life. Snooty Booty turns her big, shining silver eyes up to meet mine. Her eyes are blue, but okay, whatever. Human, I have lived a long life, and only the first of 9, don't you know? It has been much the same for as far back as my fragile memory reaches. Wow. I wonder how old Snooty Booty is. I forgot. Did it say 9? I don't remember. Or 10. I don't know, somewhere sort of middle-aged. Whatever. Seeing the moon reflected on the sea would once mean only that I had stayed awake too long, and that I shall see the same shade of grey reflected in the circles under my eyes the next day. However, seeing how you conduct yourself, human, with the grace of a drunken fruit fly, great, and yet the confidence of a red-bottomed mandrill has left me— that's a bird, right? I don't know. Has left me quite inspired. You do not care one bit about how you look. Yeah, neither do I. I subtly try to comb my hair with my fingers as Snooty Booties turns her attention back to the moon. I have found, since meeting you, that when one cares less about one's appearance, one finds the capacity to care more about other things. Snooty Booty, are you coming on to me? Because that's kind of creepy. Is that so, Boots? Quite so, human. Indeed, I have found it rather freeing to bathe in salt water, something which, not long ago, would have caused me to turn grey with anxiety. In the same vein, I feel I am owed some thanks for teaching you a thing or two about proper skin care. What's wrong with bathing in salt water? Isn't it supposed to be good for your skin? Whatever. Snooty, your demand that I use a night cream caused me to break out in hives. But once they subsided, you were left with a very healthy glow. I sigh. Gjopst? Yes, Snooty Booty? There's a poem I half remember. The words have become irrelevant, but the sentiment is so endearing that that is almost enough to cause me to weep at the thought of it. Music is also like that, don't you find? And smell, all of the senses, in fact, are the palette that colors our experiences and leaves an Man, I was doing good until this point. Leaves an indelible mark on the soul. Those are some big words, Snooty Booty. That's beautiful. Human, I believe you and I are both aesthetics. Human, I believe you and I are both aesthetes. Yeah, I didn't have to search that up or anything. I don't need to search it up. By the way, it's a person who has their effects to have a special appreciation of art and beauty. In case you were wondering, because let's be honest, none of us knew that word. None of us. Not unless maybe you're like 27 and you're an English major. You didn't know the word. I mean, you knew the word. Everyone else didn't. Okay. We're what? Hey! Okay, good. Gjopst didn't know the word either. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. We share an artist's appreciation of the seduction. Okay, that word is not even in my language, so at least I have a reason. I had to think about that word. At least I have a reason of why I don't know that word. It's not in my language. Of course, for other words, I don't have a reason. And again, what? Really, do try to keep up. I can tell I am somewhat spoiling a mood here, so I keep my mouth shut and try to look engaged. Oh no, you made her have a rain cloud on her head. I have suffered on this god-forsaken island from the lack of many things. But nothing has quite matched the pain of feeling alone, not having a companion to share the more delicate sensibilities that life has to offer. You're on an island filled with cats. Like a million cats. Or are you talking about like an owner? I mean, because in that sense it makes sense, but there are millions of cats if you're talking about a romantic relationship. An alluring scent, a vibrant hue, an Epicurean delight, all the subtle joys that are wasted on our more uncivilized cohabitants. It has been like air to my suffocation, sharing time with you, human. My snoots, thank you, I guess. I enjoy our time together, too. And so, she plows on as though I am an interruption. I feel that together, you and I might create something rather wonderful. Like what? A weird half-human, half-cat baby thing? Because that's kind of weird and I don't want that. Oh? A masterpiece. Oh, right, a masterpiece. Out of what? Yeah, out of what? Out of us, human. A union, a joining together of souls. Yeah, okay, Crom from Awakening. Our bond's that strong. I don't know. A marriage of hearts and minds. Are you saying what I think you're saying, Snooty? Yeah, are you? I am saying that I am fond of you, enough to give me a cause to believe that we may be able to commit to each other in the time-honored tradition of love, human. Oh, wow. I love you too. I do not feel the same way. Yeah, let's do that one. No, I would feel bad. Why? Why do I have a soul? I want all of you to know, if this were a real cat, I'd be like, I love you too, kitty, but not in that way, but hey, I'll pet you and hug you and give you food. Oh, my head hurts. I don't care. Say it. This is freaking weird. I love you too. Well, I'm amazed. What you're saying is more than I could have hoped for. So it is agreed, human. You shall dote on me as my equal from now on. Dote on me as my equal. Yeah, that's a normal sentence to say. Absolutely. Oh, my mouse is on the screen again. Sorry about that. I'm 100% about the doting. Snooty will certainly keep that part of this agreement. I'm a little more suspicious about the equal part somehow. But as we sit together, admiring the huge orange moon, that moon is obviously white, but sure, whatever. When is there ever an orange moon? Is it a blood moon today? The moon can be golden sometimes, yeah, but normally it's just pure white. I rarely ever see it golden. I feel quietly confident that she will learn with time and a patient teacher. Achievement unlocked. Relationship goals. Snooty booty. Okay, research time. Yeah, I'm ready. I've seen everything. Let's get out of here. Let's do some research 12. A slow day today. I've only got to organize a few samples from previous field trips. Great. Today I'm in the lab doing flora research. Sounds boring. It's not the most, it sounds boring, but if I keep my head down, I can get through it quickly enough. Sounds boring. It really just consists of unpacking the new samples of boring plants and flowers that the boring professor and I have collected on our boring foraging expeditions, and logging them into the boring database of boring organic substances on the boring computer. Most of them are boring, commonplace plants that grow boringly, abundantly in the forest, but occasionally we come across something more rare, exotic, exciting even. One of the boring samples I'm looking at today is, Calendula incana mard. It's some kind of marigold, which is very not interesting. I mean, it's so interesting. Very interesting indeed. I can't help speculating that it's been cultivated in the marigold's little greenhouse, and then transplanted to open ground. I'm distracted momentarily by the sound of clinking glass, and I turn to see the beautifully manicured paw of a Sphinx cat tapping on a beaker, nudging it curiously close to the edge of the counter. Would this ending have been different if I hadn't just romanced Snooty Booty? Would it have been McMurphy nudging the frickin' thing instead? I don't know. Boots, stop that. You're not supposed to be in here. She laughs as though I've told a joke. That's a frightfully pretty flower. Calendula incana maritima, if I'm not mistaken. You never cease to amaze me, Boots. How on earth did you know that? Well, Floofy Butt also knew the frickin' species name of a marigold not too long ago. Why, I make it my business to know all about rare and valuable works of art. Art? Why not? It has been created like a sculpture or a painting. The marigolds are true artists in the garden. I wondered if they had something to do with this. It's so unusual, even in its natural swampy habitat, but to have it growing here in the forest is very out of the ordinary. Yes, its properties are extraordinary too, human. Well, I'm quite new to botanical science, so I probably don't know the half of it. Why don't you fill me in? Although I'm always happy to facilitate your learning, human, I simply can't stay here a moment longer. The air is so stale, don't you find? I ignore her sideways glance and upturned nose. Let's go to the beach and drink some coconut water, and I'll tell you everything you need to know. Snoots, I'm not going anywhere until I finish this. Don't be ridiculous. You can tinker about in here any time, but the sun will be gone in an hour or two. I'm not tinkering. This is my job. If I don't get it done, the professor will want to know why. Then explain to him you had better things to do. Snooty Booty, I won't tell you again. If he catches you here, Popper will cage you. Be careful with that flower, human. It doesn't do to inhale that fragrance too deeply. What? Okay then. I turn to ask why and see her flounce out, knocking the beaker with a swish of her tail as she does. You did that on purpose! But she's gone, leaving me to clear up the broken glass. Oh no! We're having a falling out in our relationship. Oh no. Will we get back together? Find out next time on the episode of episodes. I've come to the forest to gather my thoughts. You know, that would have been a great place to end, but I'm not going to end there. This morning I noticed another change in my appearance. Up until now it's been easy to cover up my transition. I just had to keep on top of removing the excess body hair. Even the stub of a tail that appeared a few days ago hasn't been a problem. Who'd see it? but this new development is definitely a turning point. How am I going to explain the fact that my pupils have turned into vertical slits? Wear some sunglasses. I wear my sunglasses at night so I can. Forget the rest of the lyrics. I can't risk anyone seeing me like this, so I'm going to hide out for a while and see what happens. I'm gonna get fired. That's what's gonna happen. Here, spread it here. The shade is perfect. She's indicating a small spot on the sand beneath a large palm tree for our midday nap. I begin to spread the old blanket I've been dragging behind me. It's the one I used to have on my bunk when I lived in a tent. When did you live in a tent? I'm confused, because right now you're living in a tent. Do you not have that tent anymore? I'm confused. That memory is beginning to fade a little around the edges. I still recall how conflicted I felt, though. I knew I wanted to be with Snooty, but I had a strong urge to keep working on the antidote. Eventually, the decision was made for me. I found it too difficult to remember things in the lab. I kept making mistakes. Then I just sort of allowed myself to sink into my transition. It was quite gentle, and the reward was worth any problems. Oh no. Oh no! Oh no! I'm adorable! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Well, they make a cute couple. Yes, this bit of shade is perfect. Just like you. But really, Snoots, I don't know why you need this old thing. The sand is so soft and warm. Also, it creeps me out a bit. It reminds me. For goodness sake, Gjopst, you've been a cat for 5 minutes and already you know what's best for us. May I remind you that you have fur to protect your skin, but mine is exposed and far more delicate? I suppress a giggle. Yes, of course, my love. You have skin like the wings of a butterfly. Yes, and I have no idea why that amuses you so. I'm just happy. You make me happy. Great. Well, you could make me very happy right now. Okay, I think I gotta go. I think this is the end of the episode. Gotta go, guys. Name it. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you. You really ought to be more mindful of those rash declarations. I mean it. Just name it. Anything. Well, unfortunately, I have a very kind and humble nature, so I shan't take advantage of your simplicity. All I want is that you fan me with a palm leaf. I look around until I find one I can comfortably curl my tail around. Oh, I thought you were gonna, like, bite it, or maybe, I don't know, claw it, and then stand up back on your hind legs and just wave your paws up and down. This isn't nearly as easy as it used to be. I don't want to lose my thumbs. But practice makes perfect, my dear. We settle down in the peace and quiet of the afternoon, me gently wafting the palm leaf over a snoozing Snoots. How much more blissful could life be? I'm half tempted to warn the new research assistant to just throw in the towel from the start and join us. Oh no, there's a new research assistant. But I suppose they have their own journey's end. I'm so glad I found mine. That's it. Chapter 1. Chapter 1. Is every chapter we're just gonna frickin'... We're all going to find a cat to be with. And we're all gonna die. Ending achieved. Frisian. Oh no. I mean... What else could I have done? I did everything. I did everything. I did all the research. I did all the recon. If I had said no to Snooty Booty, then I just would have been a cat still. I would have been cat anyway, but I'd be a miserable cat. So, at least I got love. Successful date, 2 out of 3. What does that mean? We had 5 dates. How was one of them not successful? Out of only 3, when there's 5. That doesn't make sense. I'm confused. Whatever. 1 out of 18 endings found, 0 secrets found. Wow. And there were secrets. Research 3 out of 18, recon 3 out of 18, cats romance 1 out of 6, antidote completed 16.7%. Well. Oh well. Are they gonna bring me to a... Oh my god. You know what? I'm just gonna go with you because they gave me you. Well, Gjopst. Gjopst is frickin' a cat now. And I wonder if I'm gonna meet that cat. If that cat's gonna be part of the main crew next time. Would make some sense. Anyway, I'm gonna name you Soti. Why Soti? Well, because that was Gjopst. Might as well get the letters of ghost and put some random letters in it and make a new stupid word. So you're gonna be Soti. Yep. Great, except Chapter 2. Oh my god. Alright, anyway. We will continue Purrfect Date with what did I just call her? Soties? Soties? With Soti's journey in the next episode. This has been Invalid Ghost playing Purrfect Date. Holy frick, what a twist. I hadn't expected that. Thanks for watching. Bye.